4 cool games, 2 uncool games. We start with Saturday. Game number 1, Orchard Park with 6,700 crazy fans as the Buffalo Bills are home for the Colts. The Bills minus 6.5.
This is one of my conviction games. I love the Buffalo Bills. That Indianapolis secondary, even though they do have strengths on that team, but that secondary is trash, and Josh Allen's going to throw for 400 yards. 4 touchdowns. Steph Diggs is going to go crazy. They got fans in the building. You got Josh Allen twerking. This is their time. I believe that this team is going to go to the Super Bowl, so there's no way in hell that I think that they're going to lose this game. They're going to win. They're going to cover. Give me Buffalo big.
All right, Indy has one of the best offensive lines in football. Jonathan Taylor is running his ass off. Had a huge game last week. Frank Reich going back to Buffalo, by the way, where he obviously is a legacy and legendary player there. All those great Bills teams backing up Jim Kelly. You know what? I do like the Bills to win. I do. And it pains me to say that, but I think Indy keeps it close. They often keep it close against good teams. They can run it. They got great defense. The reason I'm picking Buffalo is because of the young, energetic Josh Allen. He is off the charts and playing about as well as any quarterback's playing right now, and he's better than Phillip Rivers. I'm taking Indy to cover with the +6, but the Bills to win.
I'm taking the Bills by 2 touchdowns. I'm with you, G. I think they roll here in the opener of Wild Card Weekend. Game number 2, the first uncool game of the weekend. That's the Rams, and who knows playing quarterback, in Seattle against the Seahawks, who are -3.
It seems like it's trending in the Jared Goff direction.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm going to like the Seahawks in this game. Their defense, actually, that was just destroyed early on in the season, has played a hell of a lot better towards the end of the season. And I think that Russell Wilson is going to have a nice playoff run. I don't know how far it's going to go, but it's definitely not going to stop against the Rams, who have been so weird and so up and down. And this one, I don't have as much conviction as some of these other games, but I do like the Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks with the points in this one.
Third time is a charm. These two teams have split their games this year. Both games have been low scoring, and the Rams' offense in the red zone has completely disappeared. And I don't care if it's Jared Goff playing quarterback with a surgically repaired thumb, or whether it's John Wolford, who can actually run and bring another dimension to the Rams' offense. Low scoring, tight game, grind it out. I like Seattle. They're laying 3. I'm going to take them 23-17, so I like them to cover.
I think Aaron Donald is all over Russell Wilson, and Jamal Adams' filthy face is a loser, or at least the Rams cover. I'm taking the Rams +3. Game number 3 of the day, another cool game. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Washington at home. Washington getting 7.5 points.
Oh, the 7.5 is a lock. That is a lock. There is one way to stifle Tom Brady, who I still think is amazing, and the season they put together. All the respect in the world. I don't want to disrespect Tom Brady. He is the greatest, but I can't stand this team. Bruce Arians' butt face and Gronk and his stupid 69 jokes, and Antonio Brown is a criminal. I can't stand that team. So I think that Chase Young and Montez Sweat and that defensive line are going to just be all over Tom Brady. That's the way that you beat Tom Brady. That is the way you get after him. Nobody knows that better than Giants fans. The Washington football team, not only will they cover that 7.5, they are moving on to the divisional round. They will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, well, finally Antonio Brown had his best game of the year, and he looks like he is now finally fully entrenched into this game. Mike Evans should play. We're not sure. And if he does play, I'm not sure how effective he will be. Older quarterbacks hate a pass rush. So I understand why you're saying what you're saying about Montez Sweat and, of course, Chase Young. But here's the deal. This is the greatest quarterback of all time in my eyes. I don't care what anybody says. He is a big game player. He knows how to get a team ready. He has changed that entire organization by being there. They got off to a slow start the last 5 weeks. They have been on fire. And I don't think that Alex Smith or anybody else is going to have enough energy to keep up with him. I say Tampa Bay wins in a blowout 30-17.
I'm with Boomer. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Gee, you tripping. If you think
You're tripping, baby.
they're going to win that game. They stink. But whatever. We'll see. I will take Tampa -10 if I have to. I'm taking the Bucs to move on. Game number 2 on Sunday. And this is, where are we at? No, game number 1 on Sunday. Let's start with the Ravens and the Titans in Tennessee. And it's the Titans at home getting 3.5.
I think the Ravens are going to make it to the championship game. I think that they have turned it on after all the COVID stuff that they dealt with. They are running all over people. It was either the Bills or the Ravens for me, of a team that was going to go to the Super Bowl, because I don't think it's going to be the Chiefs again. The Ravens, this is a revenge spot, as Boomer has told us from last year. I really like Baltimore in this game to win handily.
You know, these two teams already played this year, and it went into overtime, and it was a high-scoring game. You know, the Ravens are going to be focused on Derrick Henry. There is no question about that, and that leaves their cornerbacks exposed. They like the blitz. Wink Martindale loves the blitz, and it's one of the reasons why Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans beat them last year in the playoffs. I'm with you. Revenge spot 100%. Lamar Jackson is back being the MVP player that he was last year. This is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think that the Ravens are going to win this game by 4 points, 31-27. Now, they are road favorites in this game, by the way. Yep. Road favorites. So I think they cover. So I'm going to take the Ravens, and I'll give the 3 points.
I like Baltimore as well. I think they get over the hump this year. Game number 2 on Sunday. The uncool Bears in New Orleans against the Saints. How about this? The Saints are given 10.
Yeah, I'd love the Bears to cover. I was going to pick either the Bears or Washington to win. One of those two teams in Tampa. New Orleans is going to go down. I do not have the guts to say that the Bears can win the football game, but this game will be close, and the Bears will cover because the Bears' offense, with David Montgomery solidifying what they're trying to do, and he is a tough guy to slow down when he starts running downhill, opens up the rest of this offense. So Mitch Trubisky making those throws to Allen Robinson, and Cole Kmet will score a touchdown in this game as well. Give me the Bears to cover that 10 in New Orleans.
No Darnell Mooney for the Bears, and I don't think Roquan Smith is going to be playing for the Bears. Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas are going to be back for the New Orleans Saints. Mitch Trubisky and this offense stink versus top-end defenses, and especially when the opposing team has a great offense, which is exactly what New Orleans has. I have to call you out on something, because I think you're being biased here today. I love you, dude. You know that. I'm going to send you and Gina to Tuto Giorno. That shows you my love for you guys. But, you know, the bias that you have against the Buccaneers and the Saints goes all the way back to week 1, and you just cannot get yourself out of that.
I'm going to read the pick records again. I was 43-37. You were 35-45 at the end of the regular season. So
the Saints are going to kill the Bears. The Bears put up, fugazi numbers against lousy defenses towards the end of the year, and then they had to go on the road to Lambeau to go beat Green Bay to show something, and they showed nothing. And they showed exactly who they are in offense. They get stuffed by good defenses. I am taking the Saints to cover and blow the Bears out.
Bears are an uncool team with an uncool quarterback and an uncool coach. I'm taking the Saints. Your final score from New Orleans, Saints 42, Bears 7.
I can't wait.
And the final game of the weekend, Pittsburgh at home against the Browns. Those unnamed gray faces. Pittsburgh -6.
Yeah, running out of time here, so I'll make it quick. Of course, what's happening to the Browns is going to put them at a severe disadvantage. Ben and the starters that rested last week, they did need that because they hadn't played, they hadn't had a bye in a very, very long time. So I do like the Steelers in this game to cover. I also really like the under in this game for a little extra something.
You know, which Ben are we getting? Are we getting the second half against the Indianapolis Ben, or are we getting the 3 previous games Ben, where he throws interceptions and drop balls and batted balls at the line of scrimmage? Myles Garrett's going to have a huge game here. I don't think the Browns will win it without their head coach on the sideline, and I think Baker Mayfield is just too jittery for me to really get in on him, but I do think this game is going to be close. I'm going to take the Browns with the 6. They'll cover, but the Steelers will win.
I'm like Dan and Carteret. I'm making moves on Gio. I'm taking the Browns. They're going to win the game. How about that? Steelers stink.
Okay.
I'm taking the Browns.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Stink.
Yeah,
come on. They were the worst 11-0 team we ever saw.
Well, they got all those injuries on defense.
Right.
That's what happened.
Things changed there. They were good there for a while, but they have definitely suffered down the...
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.